most inaudible voice. And tonight I'm going to read this trivia again for you, and there's going to be some more than it was last time, but some of it will be the same. The reason is, well, first of all, that I know that you like my whisper readings, and I also want to do a video with this trivia where you can actually hear what I'm saying, because it's kind of interesting. At least I think so. So if you think this sounds like a good video for you, please stay tuned. Wear headphones for best effect. Okay, so The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a video game by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64 console. It was released in 1998. 7.6 million copies of the game has been sold worldwide, and the game has received many different awards, and in 2008 and 2010, Guinness World Records declared the game to be the highest rated game ever reviewed. It was also the first Zelda game I ever played as a kid. It has been re-released a couple of times for different consoles: GameCube, IQ Player, Wii's Virtual Console, and in 2011 a new version of the game was released for 3DS. And here comes the trivia. Okay. In the castle courtyard, the Hyrule Castle courtyard, there are portraits of various Nintendo characters that can be seen through a window. And when you shoot your slingshot, one window in the castle courtyard will give you 20 rupees. From another one, a castle guard will appear and toss a bomb at you. The song in Kakariko Village is inspired by the music in Kiki's Delivery Service, which is an anime film from 1989 by Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli. Two soundtracks for the game exist: an American soundtrack that features longer musical tracks but is missing some of the music, and a Japanese release that has all of the music, but the tracks are noticeably shorter to compensate for this. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a rare example of a Zelda game in which the classic overworld music does not appear. It does, however, appear in the end credits of the 3DS version. When using the ocarina, you can actually shift the pitch of the tones with the control stick. This isn't mentioned anywhere in the instruction manual and has little effect on the gameplay, but it's a nice little touch that makes it closer to the real thing. Some people have used it as an actual instrument even. When the 3DS version of the game was developed, one of the Saria and Darunia are names of characters in Ocarina of Time, as well as names of villages in Adventure of Link. Zoras and Gorons had appeared in earlier Zelda games as rock and water dwelling enemies, respectively. This is the first game to give both species a more humanoid appearance and a major role as allies in the story. Although the character Impa actually appeared in the instruction book and backstory for the original NES Legend of Zelda, this is the first time the character has actually appeared in a game. The book Hyrule Historia confirmed the popular fan theory that the Light Sage Rauru and Kaibora the owl were the same person. Ocarina of Time was originally going to be mostly in first person, with the camera going into third person during combat. This was quickly dropped since the designer of Link wanted his character to be seen at all times throughout the game. Originally, there was no child Link in Ocarina of Time, only the adult one. At first, just like in Super Mario 64, you had to push a button to make Link jump. This was removed to simplify the experience and shift the focus to the puzzle elements rather than the action. Navi the Fairy came out of the set targeting system. Originally, there was an upside-down triangle that appeared to show you which enemy you were targeting. This triangle eventually became Navi during the development of the game. Navi's name